those dumb moves. I got a pretty good video this morning. I went muskrat trapping, and I got to trap a bunch of rats for the BCTA instructors. One of them, his name's Carl. He lives up country, and he's got a terrible mustache, but I guess that kind of impairs him as well, because he's not able to trap his own muskrats. He's not much of a trapper, but he's asked me to pick up a few rats for him. So I did go out and I set 14 or 15 push-ups and houses and things like that, and I got some pretty good video coverage, and I thought, this would be a good video for you. But the resolution was too high to download onto my camera, so here I go again. I'm going to try this. I'll push this at the front of the video, and then I'll go back and add other clips and stuff that and I'll also take you with me when I go do the trap check. So I'll do that in a couple hours here, not even, maybe hour and a half or so, just before dark. I like to do 2 checks a day, one in the morning for muskrats and one in the evening. And I've only got 2 days to actually trap these little critters anyway, so I'll take you with me, and we'll see how that goes. I think I only need 12 muskrats to get for Carl right away, and the rest of them will be for me, or I'll put them in there for our president, who also does some courses and needs rats. He's not much of a trapper either. He tries real hard, but yeah, the springs on those number ones are pretty strong for him. So I've told him to quit smoking many times. It affects his strength, but he can't set those. So anyway, want to do a bit of a shout out. There's a gentleman, school teacher up in Prince George, Dead Pine Trappers. Check him out on YouTube, also known as the Dead Pine Collective. Just doing some fantastic stuff for the next generation. He's changed the way education is working in that part of the world. We need more guys like him. Just a phenomenal program that he set up. He's taking kids of all ages into the bush, and he just plows through and takes these kids out, shows them how to trap, teaches them about the outdoors, takes them fishing. When I was a kid growing up in elementary school or even high school, my goodness, what a treat that would have been. Dead Pine, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And you guys just go and have a look. Just give him a thumbs up. He deserves it. He's bringing in our next generation. So I'm about to have something to eat here. Maybe load a few things into the truck. I've got to add some tails to some number ones. I got a bunch of traps I brought for some reason that don't have tails on them, so that saves you tie them to a stick, or I'll show you when we do the check, but it basically saves the trap from going down the hole and losing it forever. It's always tied to a stick. So looking forward to this. I average probably 30% on a first check, 3 out of 10, and got 14 or 15 sets in, so if I get 4 or 5 rats, I'd be very happy. And we'll check it again in the morning. I'll take you guys along with me, try and get some good video. A little bit windy here. I'm hoping that the wind doesn't. This camera seems to be really great with the wind. Doesn't seem to be affected too much. Make a lot of noise, but I'll edit it out and overdub if I have to. There's a little bit of wind. Just a freaking gorgeous day, like absolutely stunning. Miss Miranda gets phenomenal pictures. I wish she was here with her fancy camera. She gets phenomenal stills. But here's my second set I'm going to put in. About, I don't know, 10 yards, 12 yards. You can just see the orange tape there through. Yeah, I would say this one's probably nothing going on in it. Froze out probably during that cold spell. And all right, well sometimes you just can't win no matter what you do, so carry on. I only managed 14 or 15 sets, I guess. I'm
gonna leave this whole side over here for repopulating. There's a bunch of freeze outs, and I'm just gonna go with what I got over on this side here. Beautiful little pond, you know. Just gorgeous day. Holy mackerel. I know I've said that probably 10 times, but it really is. So I've trapped that back end earlier on this winter when there's really thin ice, and I decided I was just going to trap a third of it and then come back down here later on in the year when the ice shelves develop and trap this third. So that's what I've done. Oh, we're out in the wind again. Back at the first set. And I'll put you right here. I can't tell if that's moved or not. Well, we got a live one, so I'll edit that out. One set, one catch. So the water's not deep enough right now. The water's dropped so much that these rats aren't drowning. They're gonna drive. As you saw, that guy was dived all the way down. Just hadn't drowned. Reset it, hope for the best for tomorrow. 1 for 1. Okay. Oh, 2 for 2, but 2 for 2 on those. First 2 sets, that's pretty good. Pretty good success rate, but both alive. Water's too low, so I'm not going to be carrying this on all day tomorrow. I don't like torturing rats. That's why I do 2 checks a day, though. And nothing's sitting in a trap, suffering in case they didn't get. In case they didn't get drowned. Doing everything I can to prevent that, but not much else I can do. Okay, pack it all back up so they don't freeze out overnight. That's it. Turn me on if I find another one. Okay, so typical set. You know, just dug this out. Got into the feeder. And nothing's been to this one for at least the upside down set hasn't been set off. So this one I had to put the trap in upside down. It's a very weird situation. Just a breather hole, I think. Okay, so there's the first one we haven't got a trap set off. That's good. Try and stop. Okay, typical set here again. Goat. Oh, nothing. Haven't been in this one yet. Okay. So we went 2 for 2 and 0 for 4. Ooh. Good. One drowned rat. He's a nice rat. Large, not extra large, but working in some snow here. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, it's cold out tonight. That's a good set. Okay. I don't like too much snow on top, but I like a little. Insulate it up for them. Make sure they don't freeze out. I'll show you what I'm doing with this muskrat now. So I'll get some sugar snow ready. And that drowned rat quickly becomes a prince. Yeah, he's a beauty. There we go. 3. This one will be the interesting one. This is a big set here. I'll turn the camera off after this and just turn on for a few more little checks. Just want to give you guys an idea of what I do with muskrats and how fun it is, how much fun it is. Okay, so here's the stick. Fold in. Okay, so you can see they filled in their hole again. It's a very active set. I'll put this over here. So, I don't know how else to deal with that. I can just get the rats I need and leave them alone. Little number one, that's a heavy duty spring. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my hand in the hole, feeling for the shelf and where the hole that they go into the water is. And I want the trap sitting on the shelf if possible. Okay, I'll put this up here. And pack them back in so they don't freeze tonight, like they were trying to do. Okay, I'll cut you off now. That's number 4. And turn it back on in a bit. Well, sun's gone down. But I guess there's only 13 sets. 7 big, beautiful, mostly XLs or 2XLs. This one here's a tank. This guy here is big. Chewed up old tail. That's as small as it got, and that's probably a large. That's the way it goes in this pond though too. There's no mediums, no smalls. All right, well, that's a good start. 7 muskrats. So this morning we're gonna head out and do a little check on the muskrats. I guess this will be second check. We did the 5-hour soak, got 7 yesterday, and the morning check can go either way. It can be crazy good, or it can be really slow if they didn't move through the night, or who knows, maybe I killed all the rats in the pond, which we know I didn't. But rat numbers, I'm not that concerned with the actual numbers. I'm just concerned with the amount of feed that they can access right now. So I'm trying not to take too many muskrats out of these ponds. So the new trap line will be a little bit different. I should be able to go whole hog on animals there. I realized when I was talking with Miss Miranda this morning, I realized that you know, I'm trapping kind of all over the place. I live in a little town just south of Kamloops, BC, here in Canada, west coast, and I trap a fishing lodge to the south of me, fishing resort to the south of me, and I trap right in around Tunkwa Lake here. Big line, but it burned to the ground. So once it burned to the ground, I was able to trap another gentleman
friend of mine let me trap his line last year and did tremendously well with cats, and I started looking for a line. So then I ended up finding this line up around 70 Mile House, which is 2 hours away to the north, and that's the line I've started. So I should actually draw a map and plug it in, and I'll see if I can do that. Get a screenshot of a map, and maybe even show you where I've trapped on the line, because I've barely even touched the line. I've got I think 11 sets out, 2 of which are squirrel poles, and the rest of it I'm just going to learn it as I go. So season's almost over, but I didn't want to not do anything. Good timing. Anyway, take your muskrat trapping with me, and I might just pull the sets if I get the 5 I need today or this morning, and we'll know in 20 minutes or so. We're at the first hole, and line looks like it's down. So what I'm going to explain a little bit. I don't know if I've done a good job of explaining what happens here. Basically, I carve a hole, cut a hole through the push-up feeder, and then I'm going to look inside, feel inside with my hand, and find where there's a shelf, where they come up out of the water, out of this hole, out of the water, and that's where they sit and feed and eat and hang out. And sometimes you put your hand in there and it's warm as heck. It's really quite nice. And let's put the trap in. That's good. Yeah, okay. One drowned rat. So reset it one more time, I think. That's a nice big rat. He's drowned, so I'll clean him up in a minute. And so they come up, they hit the trap, obviously. They're coming up to feed. They bring their food with them, or sometimes it's just a house where they hang out. Bring their food with them, and when they get caught in the trap, they generally jump back down, dive back down into the hole, and the weight of the trap holds them down, and they asphyxiate. So it's actually a very decent way to go, I guess. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, as you can see, it's a pretty wet rat. Let's take some snow. Nice big rat too. Beautiful. This pond gives me some really nice rats, muskrats. It's a creature I really appreciate. I love muskrat trapping. It's one of my favorite things. So that's good enough for the instructors. I would dry that off under a fan at home, but for the instructors, that's good enough. That's 1 for 1. I like that. Froze up nice through the night. So I use the cardboard. I use the cardboard to hold everything out of the hole. Oh, 2 for 2. Two for 2. That's a smaller rat. It's the first small one. But for the students, that's fine.
There we go. That's a medium. Not a large, but medium. Nice rat. Muskrat. I feel like I'm disrespecting him by calling him a rat, so that's why you'll catch me correcting myself. Even though it's easier to call them rats, just for shortening up conversation. So this one here, there's just a floating shelf. There's no ice shelf. Just a floating shelf in there. And they just come out here to feed. I'm about probably, I would say 50 yards from where the bank dens are, and they come out here and feed in the night a couple times a day probably. Do that like that. 2 for 2, good. I don't know if that's gonna catch it, but I'll try to make you some video. This one doesn't feel as like it's been dragged down very far. So again, I don't like the ice. This is all ice. It's mitten that they've scraped together and made the push-up out of, but it's frozen. And looks like he missed the trap, but he was there. All right, we'll reset it. Once I get this hole figured out. So they pushed a bunch of stuff up into it. That's a really neat little hole in there. Not a very big area. Okay, doesn't take much. Put the cardboard back in. All the stuff on top. Stick out. I like to leave a little slack so I can see if it's been pulled down. That's that. I'll leave you running and put you on fast forward. So the next set's right over here.
So there's a push-up here. I checked out yesterday. I'm sure I could find one in there, but it was pretty frozen up on the one side, so I just left it. This doesn't look like it's being disturbed too much either. Gotta check me anyway.
That cardboard kind of gives me an idea of where the hole is, and that's why I like that so much. Oh, she's gone too. There's the third rat. Good. Another drowned. That's a nice big rat too. Beautiful. These old Victor Zeros. Whew. The Oneida. They're dandies. I mean, they need extra weight, but just perfect for muskrats. Okay, that's rat number 3. That's good. I'll do one more check this afternoon, and that'll be it. Looks like we're going to get what we need for the instructor. Oh, perfect. Ah, that's a nice big rat. Golly, that's a $10 rat. Look at the white on his side. Got a white patch on this side. Oh golly, I hope I get an extra one. I might just keep that one. Again, I'll keep you running. So we're up to 3 for 4 in the sets.
Not as pretty out today, but oh well. It's a gorgeous little pond. I got a little mink set over here. I can see trap hasn't been touched. So, carry on. The two mink sets I put in are just a shot in the dark. Mink came through, but hung around. Could be wrong about that. They might live here. I don't know.
Okay. It's like trap set off, nothing in it. That's all that is either bad luck, lucky for the muskrat, or bad placement. Didn't quite. This one's I can tell exactly what it is. This one's really tough to get on the shelf. So I'm gonna go around the corner with it, I think. It's funny when you hear a splash or something. Okay, so they were here. Not a matter of them not coming in. They were here. Set the trap off, but lucky enough to stay out of it. Change the position a little bit and there'll be a muskrat in there this afternoon. Hopefully. We'll check one more and then I'll do a recap after. So this one here, I can see the line has not gone down. But I just like the set so much. Check them all. Don't like too much ice falling in the hole. Yeah, I can see the trap, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna add a piece of cardboard. Two for insulation. Okay, I'll carry on and I'll check the rest of them and I'll do a recap at the end. So I've checked the back portion of this, still sitting at 3 rats. But I came up to this one. I thought I'd bring you with me just because you can see this line. This line is now straight and taut. So there's a trap on the end of that. And hopefully a muskrat. Goes up a bit over the night. Okay. I like to give it a tug, see if it pulls back. In this case, it's a drowned rat. Good. No. It's a muddy, drowned rat, but that's okay. We'll take it. That's number 4. Nice big rat again. Really large, maybe. Yep, extra large. Beautiful, beautiful muskrats. Just gorgeous. Oh, beautiful, beautiful muskrats. Shame to give them up for instructors. Well, that's okay. They need stuff too. Maybe Carl will watch this video and understand how to trap muskrats now. I have to make sure at the rendezvous this year to stay out of arm's reach of Carl after these comments. probably Tim, and probably a few others by the time I'm done. Oh well. All I need to do is make myself laugh. Okay, so that's reset up, and rep number 4, looking for one more. One short of my goal for today. Oh well. I left them out. I'll do an evening check and I'll pull all the sets this evening. I'm glad I didn't pull today because I still need one more. But 4 big beautiful rats. The small one that I saw that I thought was small isn't that small. Hard to pick out. Those are all jumbos. This one might be just a large XL, 2XL, 2XL. White patch on it, so neat. Alright, well that's it. One more check later on today. Well, final check. So, sitting at, I don't know, whatever it is, 11 rats, muskrats. And we got just the final check. I'm going to pull everything. So, I'm not going to bore you all with that, but I will show you the tally at the end, and I'll post a video. Mission accomplished. Carl gets his muskrats. Brown dog still giving me the back. So that sort of thing. If I don't take her out with me and let her run around, then I get the back on the way home. She's a little disappointed. Oh, whose feelings are hurt? She's got webbed feet, so if I let her run around like an asshole, she'll come back like a Colombian mule packing cocaine in her hands. And I'm always afraid that the webbing on her feet's gonna freeze up and break. So when it's below 0 and it's been warmer through the day, that's when I leave her in the truck. So, or if I have snares hanging, she doesn't like it at all. But anyway, we got the 16 that we needed, plus a few, but at number 16 on the dash, sorry, on the front hood of the truck, drying off a little bit on the way home. So that's it. Remember to hit like, subscribe, please, if you will, if you like it, the stuff. Anyway, and yeah, we've got lots of videos coming. I can't wait till we start building the cabin, get the approval for the cabin. It's a couple-year process, so I'm looking forward to it. I've already built some plans, and we're gonna get the cabin up and trap the new line. Hopefully, I'm gonna head out there tomorrow and make sure to check the sets for the weekend, and then leave until Wednesday next week, which is 6 days away, 5 days away, 6 days away. And then I'll pull everything on Wednesday and start on beaver and muskrat up at the 70-mile trap line. And I'm looking at naming the trap line. I've had gold claims my whole life, and I've named them all. So any suggestions for trap line names, send them my way. Me maybe, and the coolest name, well, I don't know, maybe we'll give away a prize or something. It'll be kind of fun. That's about it. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. I'll do another video probably starting tomorrow on the new trap line, and while I do some checks. Take care, everyone.